I really like my makeup right now, actually. Check it out. Hey friends, have you ever wanted to shave your eyebrows, but have heard too many people say shit like, no, they'll never grow back? Or have you shaved them and you are considering growing them out again and wanting to know how long that process is? Well, you now have a kind of answer. Yours truly has used themselves as a guinea pig in the name of fashion and aesthetic. And what better time than the quarantines to do so? What with nobody seeing me in real life. So the way I went about this is I didn't shave my fucking eyebrows for a while. Okay, well, the way that I went about it was I made like little video updates every other day, periodically throughout the weeks that it took. At first I took a lot, and then as like the difference kind of calmed down, I made less. So shall we begin with week 1? Within the first week, it was like same old, same old. I only really shave them weekly anyway, so it wasn't really that different to like normal. Well, I shave them depending on how many people I'm gonna see on different days in a week. If I'm like heading out midweek, I might shave them twice a week to see friends, but usually I'd only really be going out on the weekends and I'd shave them. So yeah, weekly. Around about, so the first week wasn't really anything new. It started out with kind of like just the brow stubble, so it started out like no brows, and then it was like sandpaper brows, and then it was like stubble, like vaguely see the shadow of them existing. But then the first week, it was very hard, especially that first week, not to like instinctively shave them rather, because I think I did go out or do my makeup at one point. And that kind of happened throughout the whole thing. Like every time I'd be like getting ready to do something, like make a video or like go out see someone, it would be like I'd be getting ready, and before doing everything else, I would like pick up a razor and be like, wait, no. So that was week 1. Fairly uneventful, fairly normal, nothing noteworthy. Week 2 was sort of awkward because it looks like you're either lazy or you're like growing your eyebrows out. Could kind of still hide them with like dark makeup. Like it's not abnormal for me to get pretty close to my eyebrow when I'd cut a crease there, like rather than where a normal crease is, because I like to do my makeup quite big. But after years of drawing my eyebrows higher than they naturally are, it took some getting used to kind of like do it in a normal place. But if I did like the big crease, if I patted a lot of black on it, it was quite easy to do. But yeah, it was kind of hard to figure out the whole thing at first. Getting used to having eyebrows in general, kind of. I guess I just wasn't ready quite yet to let go. Week 3, the proper shape of them was forming, and you could see what they were like up to. Not to mention the fact that my eyebrow piercing was not quite so out of place anymore. That's not to say it was like perfectly placed when I got it pierced, actually. Like it was never like pristine, but like I'll show you my Between week 2 and 3 is when I had to like start thinking about grooming them, because usually I just shave like the whole lot, but now I have to like go in with a tweezer, and like I tried not to fuck too much with the eyebrows themselves and the shape of them outside of like super stray hairs, but I started doing like the middle and whatnot, which I had not had to do in a long time. But yeah, I actively tried to not overdo the plucking, and I forgot how much I don't fucking like doing it. It's not pleasant. But it was by, I think, the end of week 3 that I'd kind of gotten into the swing of like drawing them on and have them kind of look like eyebrows, because there was enough of them there for me to have a proper like gauge of like what to do. It's not just like sandpaper. But yeah, they looked kind of like proper eyebrows with makeup around week 3, so long as people didn't look too closely. So that behemoth cover that I reacted to, that was around week 3. Week 4, honestly, I felt like I could maybe have just been done growing them out, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. I was kind of expecting it to be around a month, but I don't know, I was still like pleasantly surprised that they kind of just like looked like eyebrows. However, I felt for the good of the video that I should just like wait it out and see if they do anything more. They would like grow into their own a little bit more, because the point wasn't just to get them to the point of like passing as eyebrows. The point was to get them to the level that they were like just eyebrows, fully formed eyebrows. It was around that time as well, this is kind of fucking weird, it was around that time as well that I noticed that I could actually feel the wind in my eyebrows. That's a thing. It's been a long time since I've had eyebrows. Definitely an odd experience. Like, I don't remember that being a thing when I used to have them, if that makes sense. But I guess it is. Week 5, not a whole lot changed. I do believe that they came into their own a little bit more, but it wasn't like something super documentable, so I only made like one update for week 5. It was interesting walking around with damn near fully formed eyebrows. Weirdly, it felt like I was wearing a disguise, kind of. Like an undercover, no eyebrow having spy. Spying for whom or for what? I don't know. I will say I'm not a big fan of maneuvering the whole doing makeup with real eyebrows thing. I've been used to being able to use liquid eyeliner and not worry about anything for like 5 years or more, probably closer to 6 years now. And I don't like that you have to like think about it when you have like think about it a little bit more about how you're gonna go about it, because you can't just like, I mean, you could just plaster a bunch of fucking liquid eyeliner on top of it, but I don't feel like it would work out quite as well, would it? So I had to figure out shit with like eyeshadow and like liquid sometimes and like pencil, and I just like figure it out. At the moment I'm using eyeshadow and pencil, but like I'd switch it around depending on like the look I was going for. I think I was using predominantly liquid in the Behemoth video, but yeah, it doesn't leave me a lot of space to work with either, which is kind of annoying, but I kind of figured a way around it. I'm just used to having so much more to be able to fuck with. I'm sure people better at makeup than I would be able to figure that out a lot easier than I did, but I didn't have such an easy time. But there were a couple of things I kind of tried to do to get as desirable as an effect as I could. Week 6, here we are, like this is week 6 now. Stand by for a bareface VK, showing off in triumph. As the mission hath been deemed successful, I now have eyebrows. So there they are, all in their brow-like glory. Excuse the breakouts, I'm sorting that shit out. Honestly, I've always quite liked my real eyebrows. See, I don't shave them off out of thinking that they're shite. I just like not having any, and I like the options when they're shaved. By the way, don't even start about gluing them down. I absolutely do not have the commitment. It's a factor as to why it took me 3 to 4 years to psych myself up to shaving them. Like, I genuinely like my eyebrows. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with them. I like the shape of them. I can get a monobrow if I really let it get a bit much, but nothing like major. So it took me years to get the balls, honestly, to fucking shave my eyebrows. And obviously it's partially that and all the misinformation about how they don't grow back or they grow back weird, or yeah, all of that kind of fucked me up a bit. How wrong I was. Here they are on my face. Well, they are my face? Are they on my face or are they like my face? Yeah, like just as before, but maybe not so badly plucked. Myth busted. And there we have it, folks. I will likely let them grow out for a couple more weeks because A, I'm fucking lazy, and also I just want to see what happens, you know. But for all intents and purposes, I now have eyebrows. Do keep in mind that this sort of thing does come down to genetics a lot as well. At least, like, yeah. Every person is different. Some people might take way longer to get to the point of where my eyebrows are. Some people might take like 2-3 weeks. to get to where they are now. And again, they don't all grow the same, they don't all do the same kind of thing, but I'm gonna say like max time you're looking at growing them out is probably about 2 months. I really can't see it taking a whole lot longer than that, if this little experiment is anything to go off at least. If you do have any questions regarding the whole video, leave them down below. I may do some sort of eyebrow frequently asked questions if there is enough of an interest for one. Until next time, ciao. Painted my nails for the first time in over a year, if you can't tell. Hence the... Okay, I'm gonna fuck.